they hover over Earth and they take a peek and they turn around, they flip a U-turn and just go like
Like when they get to Albuquerque, they're like, "Oh shit!"
Meanwhile, let me pass on the good word about the new
Wonky Times.
Welcome to the show, everyone. It's Matt Sterner, your host, with my co-host, RoboBrian.
Hey, did you know that an octopus has 3 hearts and blue blood?
No.
Did you know that jellyfish can technically live forever?
Wow, really? Where'd you hear that?
Did you know there's a plant called the resurrection bush? And
No.
it can survive being completely dried out for years, then spring back to life when watered.
Wow, zombie.
Basically, it's the cockroach of plants.
Okay.
Did you know that cats can see spirits?
Where are you reading all this stuff?
Did you know? Did you know?
Brian, you okay?
Did you know? Did you know? Did system overload?
Brian.
Back to wonky.
Okay.
Help.
Okay. Sorry, folks. Sorry you had to hear that. I think RoboBrian just short-circuited. Too many facts at once, too much learning. Are you okay, Brian?
Yes, I'm okay.
Wow. Why is your voice stuck like that?
Yes, this is Brian from the other world.
Are you possessed? Someone passed me a screwdriver. Just kidding. I have one around here somewhere.
Fun fact: duct tape fixes everything, including me.
All right, he's back. Crisis averted. Let's get into today's episode. Okay, Brian, there's some weird stuff going on in the world.
I agree.
And my buddy Gene stopped by to chat about it. You know Gene.
I like your buddy, Gene. Can he be my buddy too?
I suppose so. I mean, you'll have to ask him. I don't know what his schedule's like.
Friends are cool.
Yeah, they are.
Cool.
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 Yes, very cool.
Cool.
Okay, here's my chat with Gene. All right, Gene, I want to talk to you about a few things, and then you want to talk to me about a few things. You're going to educate me on some stuff today, but first I want to talk about Riley Brennan. She was a paranormal investigator, and I say was because she's been missing for since 2008? I don't even know how many years that is.
That's like what, 12 years, more or less?
I don't know. But she was in a group called the Paranormal Paranoids, and they were documenting their findings for their YouTube channel. And on October 14th, they entered Shelby Oaks, and they were never. And she was. Wait, did her team disappear also? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, the whole team disappeared, it looks like.
Yeah, weeks later, the bodies of the team members were found, but not Riley. So there's all this speculation and conspiracies about what happened to her. And crazy enough, we were talking about this, and there's a movie coming out today. How weird is that?
That is super weird. Especially after your dog going through that little situation right now with his hair standing up on his neck.
Yeah, my dog's hair was standing up on her back just a few minutes ago. But yeah, so there's a new movie coming out. I guess it's right before Halloween, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so they've been looking for this lady since 2008. They've had investigations, extensive searches. It's just been a whole thing. And you and I were talking about it, and you opened your phone, and then she popped up on your screen on Instagram. So these phones are listening to us
All the time, especially Instagram. Yeah, it's pretty odd though. And then I see that they found the lost footage of some of the videos.
Here's a quick clip.
Do we know the rating on that movie? Can kids watch this movie? I don't think so, right? Rated R. Nope.
Yeah, it's rated R.
So make sure no kids allowed on that movie.
Man, my throat is all messed up from that food. I got red curry.
Remember, we're past 40. We got to take Tums now.
I used to eat Tums when I was a kid. They tasted good,
Yeah, like chalk.
But Gene, you're here because we want to talk about something else, not scary stuff. I mean, this is kind of scary, right?
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
We want to talk about Atlas. I think it's a spaceship. People say it's an asteroid, but come on, that thing's moving too fast.
Well, yeah, not only moving too fast, but I don't know if you've seen before some of the videos where they were commenting that it shifted trajectory and then readjusted back to the same trajectory. From last time when I heard, comets can't do that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Wow. Okay, because I think the last time I read about it was a few weeks ago, and I just knew that it was coming at like a speed that's not normal.
No.
And it's
Yeah, no, it's very odd, man. So it just passed through Mars, and it's what it's doing right now. Supposedly, it's gonna go behind the sun, so we're gonna lose view of meteor slash spaceship,
for a little bit.
I think it's hiding from. I'm sure they can see what's called the James Webb Space Telescope. I think it's huge, so I'm pretty sure they can see the same thing that we can, as we can see each other. You know what I mean? What's crazy though, when they saw it, it had very weird anomalies from the tail direction, some weird green glow, which is typically you can see some glow, but it's like more of the gas itself that makes it. But there's a green glow hue coming out of it, which is super odd. And they say it has high carbon dioxide and water ratio, which we can find that only in spaceships when on the back end, and the tail is burning way too hot.
So it's like it's propelled by some kind of engine or something
instead of being just a meteor. So it has all the anomalies of a spaceship, man, which is crazy. And again, going back to like the whole trajectory, how it moves and all that, it's kind of nutty.
It's okay, I'm nutty too.
I found a video of this gentleman. I can't wish I can quote him on the podcast here, but he was talking about now you can see more reflective things around the meteor. And, scientists says, it's probably smaller particles of the ship, of the meteor. But I think it's all the smaller ships that just are cruising with the big ship just to, keep it guarded.
Yeah. How crazy. Like to think, we grew up watching all these movies with, like Independence Day.
Yeah, I was going to say Will Smith.
Close Encounters. How would you react if it really was a spaceship and we knew it was going to fly by Earth? Because it's not like the path isn't like straight to Earth. It's flying near us. But what you just told me is that it can change trajectory. It doesn't mean that it can't just like make a pit stop over Earth, for a little bit and make a scene.
You never know. And the fact that it's going around the sun, that way the telescope don't catch it as it passing Earth, you know what I mean? A little bit odd that it just, if you saw it on the pictures, it took a curve. It didn't go straight.
Right.
Meteors don't do that.
So what would you do? What would you do if like aliens came to Earth?
I mean, I'd be bummed.
I think I've asked you this before.
I just bought a house.
Okay.
Not even a month into it, and of course,
Do you have a bomb shelter in your new house?
Me and Mike were just talking about that, and we should have built some bomb shelter on the bottom of it. And being in Missile City, right? Patriot missiles, like it should.
All right, yeah. Gene's located in New Mexico, which is pretty close to White Sands. There's there's a lot of stories out there too that I've heard over the years.
Plenty of stories. Not only that, we still get all the sonic booms out here, which are pretty wild.
Yeah.
So no, for one, I don't know. Do I want to see extraterrestrial type? I think so, but is our society ready for that?
No. Can you imagine?
Let's be real, dude.
Can you imagine if there was a news alert and it said, aliens are going to be here in 2 hours? Can you imagine the chaos of just
chaos.
There goes all the toilet paper and the bottled water. I don't know what I would go for.
Especially hand sanitizer.
I'd probably go for all
to shake hands with an alien.
I'd be loading up on Hot Pockets or something because I feel like I could sit on those and warm them up when there's no electricity.
And Twinkies, man.
And Twinkies, yeah.
Not that banana shit.
Oh, okay. The originals. That could be your peace offering. Like if the alien shows up at your house, be like, "Hey, here's."
That was me, yes. But if it's any other American in a rural county, they're going to shoot first before that.
Right.
Yeah. The worst part is probably shoot them in the dick too.
But yeah, I know there's a lot of news reports trying to debunk it, saying it's just a big meteor.
Well,
But
and if we want to add to the lore, it is kind of odd that we're supposed to see it on the 29th of October, but
Okay.
since the government shutdown is still going and still in full effect, the space program announced that they're no longer providing the recordings. They are monitoring it, but since they've been cut down, they cannot share it.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, that's very convenient.
yeah. I always, whenever something like this happens, I always assume there's something else happening. Like let's say this is a meteor. They're making us look at it on the news and everything, but like really it's a distraction because aliens are already here or something. They're underground and they're going to come.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
did you look at that Russian jet?
No. What is this?
They got shot down by an unknown UFO.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we have a clip for that, don't we? Let me see here.
Refer back to Russia. One incident I did not mention, Representative Burleson, is Colonel Sokolov in that Ministry of Defense program said there were 40 incidents where Russian warplanes were sent to intercept UFOs. And they were ordered to fire on them. And for the most part, the UFOs would zip away. 3 of the pilots, though, did fire at these things. Those 3 planes stalled out, crashed. 2 of those pilots died. And after that, the Russians changed the standing order.
But going back to the 3-1 Atlas, it is pretty crazy because, again, it's changing trajectory. It's doing stuff that a meteor shouldn't do. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's going around the sun when it should have just gone straight. It's
like how close to the sun, I wonder, is it getting? Can it withstand heat like
200,
that?
210 million kilometers. Sorry, the fine print is very small in this.
Yeah. I can't even wrap my head around like how what distance that is.
It's pretty nutty, man. And then also during Mars, I don't even remember. I think it was China. They have that probe that's going around Mars taking pictures. They supposedly got pictures and never released it.
Yeah, they're gonna release.
Yeah, but I mean, very odd. If they have photos, I thought, and people are saying, well, because the photos take forever to come over. It's like, but that was like 6 months ago, though. We should have received photos by now.
What are they developing them at Walgreens? Is that why it's taking so long?
So I don't know. We'll see what's gonna happen on October 29th. Mark your calendar, guys.
Yeah, right before Halloween.
October 30th.
30th. Okay, 30th. They say the 30th, but for all we know, it can go into light speed. So Atlas, I think it's a spaceship, and I think here's my take on it. It's a spaceship. It's going to show up early. I don't think it's going to be on time. It's going to be early, and they're going to bring some kind of technology with them.
I think so too. Or take some technology away. That's what I'm thinking, because as a society and in general, we're fucking up nuclear waste,
Yeah, and they have it if they're traveling the way that they are. They're not running out of gas. They're just coming in hot.
So I heard a crazy take on this, Matt, that it was our ancestors who took off, especially like Aztecas, when they built the pyramids, when you had all these people building pyramids. And it's a time capsule returning with our people. Very disappointed who have we become. We haven't built pyramids and built other spaceships to get out of here. Instead, we've been fighting each other and being pieces of shit to each other.
Right.
That's my take.
They're like, hey, where are the flying cars? What is all this? You have a Cybertruck? That's it.
The hoverboard.
Yeah, where's the hoverboard? Yeah, that is crazy. Like pyramids, like that's a whole other topic. Like how the heck did they build those? I don't know. I have some.
So this guy took a hot take, and I was like, that'd be crazy if it's just a time capsule of all our people from different generations coming back, very disappointed of who we become, because it's just, it's terrible times all around the world, man. And
they just they hover over Earth and they take a peek and they turn around, they flip a U-turn and just go like that.
Like when they get to Albuquerque, they're like, "Oh shit!"
Whose idea was this? Well, it's exciting. It's exciting that it's we're right around the corner from something. Like we're either gonna know it's just a big asteroid.
Yeah, and wherever you're wrong, and it's just this, normal boring night asteroid. Hey, talking about that, did you hear the one that almost hit us though? That we caught after the fact it passed us. It went under the Earth.
No.
No,
Yeah.
man, I wish it would have happened. Yeah,
Wow.
more, but
So they told us
apparently
afterwards. Yeah.
catch it until it was like 100 miles away. You know what I mean? It was already
Yeah.
past. Like, oh shit, that passed us. Like, it was very close.
That sounds like Independence Day. Remember?
Yeah.
That's like the day of. Jeff Goldblum's like, "Hey, they're coming. No one's listening to them," and then they just show up. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh wow. Okay, so once the aliens are here on Earth, you're gonna have to come on the show, and I'll introduce my alien friend to you, and you can introduce your alien
Oh my
friend
god!
to me.
Imagine we could actually have the host like that. That would be awesome.
Assuming they're gonna want to move in.
Wonky Times will be right back after this short commercial break.
I like to do it on the couch.
I like to do it with my husband.
Heck, sometimes I do it when no one's looking. Anywhere works for me. Introducing the Wonky Times Hotline. It's so much fun. You can do it anywhere.
No way!
Yes, anywhere. Your couch, your car, your backyard. Call us, leave a voicemail, and maybe you'll hear your message on the next podcast episode. Dial 615-669-8240. Strange stories, spooky tales, and all things wonky just waiting for your voice. Again, that's 615-669-8240. Don't wait, get wonky today.
For the women who refuse to lead on anyone else's terms, this is for you. You climbed the ladder, hit the milestones, and done everything right, and yet something still feels off. Success should not cost you your well-being, your joy, or your integrity. That's why I created Powerhouses with Purpose. Here, we don't just talk about values, we lead with them. If you're ready to break free from cycles of burnout, lead with clarity, confidence, and purpose, and build a legacy that actually feels like yours, welcome home.
Schedule a call with Sam at powerhouseswithpurpose.com.
Gene, one of the things you're most excited to teach me about, because I've never heard of this, are these spheres in Mexico. So what is this? It's not like the sphere in Vegas.
Oh yeah, but a lot tinier for sure. And dense. They say that it's actually cold to touch and very, I don't know, it gives you like an eerie feeling of it. This is a mysterious metallic sphere found in Mexico that is linked and known as the Buga sphere. From a separate Colombian incident, they had a similar incident because there's another sphere apparently, and I haven't looked into that one in Colombia, but it originated, recovered in Veracruz, in Mexico in 2022, and after the locals reported it, it was sold to the scientists I was talking about earlier in March of 2025, actually, so just recently, and that's when it came out up fruit and we were able to see it. The appearance supposedly is just a metallic sphere with seemingly polished surface. You can see scratches on it, from debris from basically when it was flying around. No propulsion system.
Oh.
So it just hovered. You know what I mean? There's no way. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know if you've seen a picture of it. I think I sent you one.
Mm-hmm.
They say that so far that metal is a rare aluminum that we haven't seen, so that's already checking. The markings are very odd, and it has a markings of a language that has been deciphered, and I couldn't find the decipher. I know it's out there, but of an old language, from even before God.
Wow.
So very interesting stuff. So that sphere has been around longer than we have, which is crazy. So a lot of people are saying it's a probe that has just been going around.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the probe that is sending information to Atlas. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, like all this stuff showing up at once. And did you ever read Chariots of the Gods?
Oh yes, I did.
From because it claims that God was an astronaut coming from another planet. And
oh my God, man! I went to the UFO convention in Roswell. It was. We have to do it next year somehow. You gotta.
Yeah.
And I saw they have this huge mural of the spaceman that you're talking about that left on that spaceship that was God. Mm-hmm. They have a museum and they talk about it in there. It's great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and like speaking of Roswell, when they found the so-called weather balloon debris, which wasn't a weather balloon, but
Right.
on the debris there was a language on that stuff too, like
Old language that we can't
yeah, it's like, so who
speak or
knows?
read.
Because in that book, Chariots of the Gods, they talk about how aluminum it like dates back to a certain year and time where we shouldn't have had aluminum because it's not a material they could have made, or just
Oh,
like
during
what.
that period, right?
Yeah, in that period of time, there's no way they could have made aluminum, but they had aluminum. So they're saying that, like, you know, like these people from another planet came and gave us these tools and saying, here's how you can be domesticated or whatever. Here are some tools you don't have. Yeah.
The hot take on that too, that they gave us aluminum because that's pretty accurate, and they took gold
Yeah.
from Aztecs, from the pharaohs. That
Yeah.
they know there's something that they don't have in their planets, so they came and shipped their gold, and they gave that, which is a wild take too.
Yeah. And now we have aluminum cans. We have Coke and Pepsi. It's all because of the aliens.
Imagine they have the same, but instead of aluminum can, it's gold cans. Everybody has a pimp cup.
Yeah, with their pinky out, just drinking out of a gold can Coca-Cola.
But so on back to the sphere though, they are going to determine if the origin of it. They're saying that to approach it better, they should use the method of the Galileo project rather than relying on speculation. So supposedly it will provide better evidence if it's something not from the Earth, from Earth.
Yeah, I wonder who do you call when you find a big sphere like that? You know, like you don't call the police, you don't call the military.
No, like I said, and they were right to call this Jaime Maussan guy, you know what I mean? And he paid pretty good money from what I hear. And now that's one of his relics with the little mummified little people that he's been reluctant to release for people to test too. So again, everything with a grain of salt too.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine they take the sphere to the Antique Roadshow. Hey, what is this thing, you know? And that's a wrap for this episode of Wonky Times. Thanks for wandering down the weird and wonky avenues with me. And remember, stay curious, question the ordinary, and if you see something strange in your backyard, email us at getwonky@wonkytimes.com.
Also, give us a call at 615-669-8240. Leave us a voicemail, and it is likely we will include it in an episode.
Adios!